Hey there, VC. I'm back with a huge vinyl update. I got a lot of stuff to show, and there's a lot of CDs, cassettes, records, so I'm just going to start. I'm going to break this up in like different sections of records and stuff, and a lot of the discs I'm not going to show, but I'll just tell you the condition. Here's the first one. That's Why God Made the Radio, the Beach Boys. This was sealed when I got it. Of course, kept it in the shrink wrap. Plays really well. Just comes with a plain polylined inner. Here's a really nice copy of The Best of the Animals, original mono pressing, beautiful condition. I'll just open up the gatefold on this one. There's like very little wear to it. Very, very nice condition. Disc on it is also very nice. I'd say a solid VG plus, excellent. Really glad to add that to the collection. Here's something that I'm actually going to take out. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. This is a 70s repress, but this is the only copy I've ever seen. And shout out to my good friend Jace, who I managed to get this from. It's the only copy I've ever seen with the original poster. You never see these with the poster. The poster is great with this, and the disc on it is just beautiful. And yeah, has the original inner too. This beautiful condition. I was so glad to find this. I've been looking for a copy with the poster forever. Really glad to have one in the collection now. David Gilmour with David Bowie, Richard Wright, Arnold Lane, and then Dark Globe. One of my friends gave this to me. He had it and he opened it, and he's one of those people that takes the records out of the shrink when they're new. They're one of those people who takes them out of the shrink. And if you guys know me in person, you know I don't like taking my stuff out of the shrink. I like keeping it kind of factory new. The Monkees, Good Times. This is another one I'm going to take out. This is the FYE version, limited to 1,000 copies on teal marbled vinyl. If you guys don't have this, I highly recommend getting it. It sounds great. It comes with a sticker sheet. I mean, how many albums do you know now come with a sticker sheet? It comes with a printed inner sleeve and just a standard white sleeve. Here's the sticker sheet, which I keep in the inner sleeve so that it doesn't get damaged. But, give me a second. Boom. Teal splatter vinyl. Looks really nice. These are running out when you try to find them. There was only 1,000 made worldwide, so I recommend grabbing one. They sound great and they look great. Very good too. You can get those for under $30 online. Beatles-shaped picture disc for Hear the Beatles Tell All. This is a bootleg release that came out, I believe, in the 80s. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. Here's another rare bootleg from the Beatles, Casualties. It's on the black Capitol label. You never see it on there. It's always on the rainbow one. Very rare bootleg. Uses the butcher cover. Van Morrison Moondance, original green label, Warner Brother. Very nice condition on this one too. Played very nicely. Here's a great one. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. Original mono pressing. Sounds great. The Chilling Thrilling Sounds of Halloween. Ooh, Disney record. Because we have Halloween coming up. Of the Haunted House, actually. Excuse me. Johnny Cash sings the songs that made him famous. Original Sun release in beautiful condition. This is one that deserves to be looked at. You never find these early Sun records in great shape. This one is just in great shape. It only has very minor wear, but the disc still has a lot of luster and shine to it. Original pressing. Beautiful condition. I got this one for a score because I got most of these while I was in Colorado. And, oh, give me a second. I think I just did something stupid. Oh, it's not even peeling up the cover. I accidentally stuck it on a flap sleeve, guys. I should emphasize on these style sleeves, the sticky back ones, be very careful with them. It didn't peel anything off the back cover, though, because it's very clean. If it was dirty, it probably would have peeled it, but it's very clean, so it didn't really cling to it. So, thankful for that. Very nice condition, though, to elaborate. Very, very nice on that one. Here's an original copy of Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds, and, you know, pretty good condition. Pink Floyd, A Nice Pair. It has Piper at the Gates of Dawn and A Saucer Full of Secrets on it. 2-disc set on that. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun, original yellow Electra label. Oh, let me show the gatefold on this one. It's a Unipack style gatefold. But yeah, I'm going to be showing records first and singles and cassettes and CDs and stuff, but because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to show. Original Morrison Hotel, red label. Really nice condition on that. Shrink-wrapped original Chambers Brothers, The Time Has Come. Really nice on the 360 Columbia label. Another copy of Fever Tree's debut album. This is a West Coast pressing, though. On Uni Records. Here's a rare one, Tucky Buzzard. It's the first album by a group called Tucky Buzzard. Check it out. It's killer hard rock, psych stuff, and it's on the red Capitol label. This is the second pressing. They did the green capital, which was the first pressing, I believe, but the red capital may have been a later issue or a second pressing, but both were released in 1971 nonetheless. This one isn't in the best condition, but for how hard it is to find, you never find this album, so if you ever find it, I highly recommend getting it. Here's another hard to find one, original Ray Charles in stereo, the great Ray Charles. This is also in beautiful condition. Original inner sleeve with no tears whatsoever, and the disc on it just looks fantastic. It is a beautiful condition disc. I highly doubt you'll see another early Ray Charles in stereo like this in this nice a condition. They always have the yellowed covers, and they're always really beat up with seam splits. Beautiful condition on this. I'm really glad to find that. Blood Rock Passage. This is a record club pressing from Capitol. Weird label because it's a record club pressing. When I got this, it had... The inner sleeve wasn't like that. When I got it, the inner sleeve that it had in it was the George Harrison Apple Jam disc from All Things Must Pass. Traffic, self-titled. This is a later 70s pressing on, I believe, like the Cloud United Artists label, Orange Cloud label. Group called Smith on Dunhill. This is an upgrade for the copy I had. Happenings Golden Hits in partial shrink on BC Puppy, I believe. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, more Golden Greats. Can't go wrong with that. Aerosmith, Rocks, with the original inner sleeve that has painting of the group, and then a collage on the other side. Really nice condition on that. Original textured cover. Black and Blue, Rolling Stones. Can't go wrong with this. Has the original inner. Overall, VG Plus. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. This one's really nice condition. It's definitely an upgrade. Disc on it is beautiful. Beautiful condition disc. Looks almost near mint. Not one that you find in good condition either. Generally, people play the heck out of this album. John Barleycorn Must Die. Another one in really nice condition. I'm pretty sure this is an original. I haven't checked it out yet, actually. Well, I haven't checked it out in a while. Beautiful condition on this, on the original Tan United Artists label. Also, if you don't have this album, I recommend getting it. John Barleycorn Must Die. Classic, classic album. Elvis Moody Blue on blue vinyl. Great condition. Live and Let Die soundtrack. Paul McCartney and Wings. The Sounds of Our Times play Hey Jude. It's just them playing 60s songs. It's like a classical album. Four-Way Street, Crosby, Stills, and Nash with the original insert and original inners. Really nice condition on this one for the discs. Cover's like, decent. Ode to Billy Joe, Bobby Gentry. Yeah, that's an upgrade from the copy I have. Canadian pressing of Creedence Clearwater Revival's first album. Not a first issue, though. It doesn't have an inner, but it's I believe, a 70s reissue. That's the first batch of records, and I'm going to show the next right now. So I'm back with the other stack. I have probably 2 more stacks to make out of this to show of records before I go on to singles and stuff. Chick Corea and Return to Forever. Light as a Feather, white label promo. Might as well show it. On Polydor. Chick Corea from Miles Davis's backing group, I believe. Blackout, the Scorpions, classic. Everyone has this in their collection. Million Sellers by Fats. Fats Domino. Donovan, Hurdy-Gurdy Man. A really nice condition on this one. Yellow Epic label. 80s repress of The Who, Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy without a gatefold. Got it because it's a promo. Rocky soundtrack and Shrink. Really nice on that one too. The Great Ray Charles Soul Feelin'. If I remember, that one's like VG Plus for the disc. Jacket's beat though. Best of Arlo Guthrie. Pretty nice condition on that one. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Child is Father of the Man, I believe it's called. Child is Father to the Man. And the Shrink. Really nice 360 Columbia label. Together by Edgar and Johnny Winter. Really nice condition on this one too. Has the original inner. Three Dog Night. It's not easy. It ain't easy, excuse me. It's in the Shrink, but it's a gatefold, so I highly doubt you'll find too many gatefolds in the Shrink. REM radio station promo. I forgot what songs were being promoted on there, excuse me. Steely Dan Pretzel Logic with a gatefold. It opens from the front, which I think is kind of weird. Yep, Steely Dan. Foghat Live in the Shrink wrap with the hype sticker. Genesis in the Shrink wrap. Really nice condition on that. Here's one that's very hard to find. Supertramp's debut album. This is an original Canadian pressing. This was never even released in the States, I believe, for the original copies on A&M. Really good album, too. Benny Goodman, Swing in a Spring. Picked it up because I thought it'd be interesting. Really isn't that interesting, to be honest. Christmas to Elvis with the Jordanaires. It was cheap in the shrink. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Here's the first copy I'm going to show. Here's the second copy. This one's the original copy, but the other one's in the shrink. They're both in very nice condition. Emerson, Lake and Palmer works. I've started buying a few Emerson, Lake and Palmer albums, mainly because I never really gotten them before. But now I've started listening to them, and they're pretty good. I have a bad habit of getting into artists, like after, a main member dies, unfortunately. First album by REO Speedwagon on the Orange Epic label. Sean Phillips' second contribution. If you find this, get it. It is a great album. This is a second pressing, though. It's on A&M. Four Tops. Still Waters Run Deep. Pretty good soul stuff right there. R&B. Paul Horn inside. It's a guy playing flute inside the Taj Mahal. It has a little book inside, too. Like, 1 page. Greatest a Stan Gets. It's an 80s reissue in the shrink. About near mint on that one. Tom Rush, another one that if you see it, get it. Really good album right here. Rick Derringer, All-American Boy. I like what he did with the Strat in this, that he gave it a Gibson-style bridge. Kind of interesting. Ace Frehley, Kiss. Now I have all the 4 Kiss solo albums. Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane, Rough Mix. In the, as a gatefold. Live Bullet, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. I've had 1,000,001 copies of this, and this is the best one I found, and it's still not in the best shape. The discs are nice, but I never find it with a good cover. Elias of Sunhillow by John Anderson. John Anderson of Yes, his solo album, because him and I believe Chris Squire put out a solo album right in the same year. Nectar, I forgot what this album was even called, to be honest. I'm sorry. Down to Earth, Down to Earth. Label on this one is cool. I'm going to show it just for the label. It's on Passport Records. I think this label is cool, and the disc on it's beautiful. Never listened to Nectar's stuff, so I'm looking forward to getting into them. Here's a good one right here. Them Changes by Buddy Miles. I'm definitely going to be looking for an upgrade of this. It's, just good condition. Boz Scaggs. Oh, if you find this one. From what I've heard, it's a little tough to find, but it's a great album. Loan Me a Dime, the song off here, absolutely fantastic. That's in great condition. Willie Nelson sings Chris Christopherson. It was cheap, and the disc on it's really nice. Down to Earth by Rainbow. I've actually never listened to Rainbow stuff. In the shrink. Elton John, Honky Chateau. This is an upgrade for me because this is a really nice copy. My other copy was like, This copy's, really nice. Wasp promo of Blind in Texas. It says it right at the bottom, promotional copy, not for sale. Really nice condition. Really good song, too. Styx, Equinox. Really nice condition with the inner sleeve. Here's a record club pressing of American Fool by John Mellencamp. Has the shrink wrap on it. Herbie Man, recorded live at the Montreux Jazz Festival in quad. And Stray Cats, Built for Speed. And Encore of Golden Hits by the Platters. This is the best copy I've ever seen. I never see this album in good condition. This one is in beautiful condition. It looks almost unplayed. Not one that you see in good condition. I see this at thrift stores a lot, but I never see it in nice condition. So that's with that batch. Now let's go to another batch of records right now. So this is the third and final stack of records before I go on to singles, cassettes, and CDs, and 8-tracks and stuff. So let's start. Here's a still sealed example of Around the World with the Chipmunks from 1962. Never been opened. Really cool find there. The Complete Yusef Lateef. Pretty good jazz on Atlantic. Doesn't have an inner sleeve, though. I'm going to put one in. Neil Diamond, Taproot Manuscript. It has a booklet inside, and the gatefold's just blank. But I never see this in good condition either, so I picked this up because it's in really nice condition, and it has the book inside. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Ladies and gentlemen, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Okay, so this is going to be a handful to open, so literally a handful to open. ELP. They all have black inners, and they're, kind of cool. Haven't listened to it yet. So kind of excited to hear that. The Who Face Dances. This has the poster with it. And the inner sleeve, you know, let me just reel some of the poster just so, you know. There's that. Robert Plant, Pictures at 11. Pretty nice condition on that one. Quicksilver Messenger Service, Just for Love, you know, has a gatefold. Really nice condition on this one too. It's on the Green Capital label, beautiful condition. It's Like You Never Left by Dave Mason, and it's a promo. No white label though, it's just on a regular Columbia label. Oh, that just fell over. Let me push that back up. Emerson, Lake and Palmer's first album, in pretty solid condition. Grape Jam, not in the best condition, but my copy of WoW didn't have the Grape Jam discs, and now it does. Elvis Presley, GI Blues. Toots and the Maytals, Reggae Got Soul. The Temptations, Wish It Would Rain. This one's okay. Ray Charles, Dedicated to You. This one's in nice condition, if I remember right. Yeah, it's in pretty nice condition. Has a glossy cover, too. Soundtrack to Shaft. I've never seen a copy of this with both discs intact, so now I have one. NASA presents A Concert Behind Prison Walls with Johnny Cash, Linda Ronstadt, and Roy Clark. You know, it's a unipack, and if it'll open, there. It's actually just a die cut to make it look like they're in prison. Crosby, Stills, and Nash with the insert. If I remember, this is like, you know, pretty decent condition. I wouldn't say it's an upgrade to my other copy, but it's cool to have two copies. This is a hard one to find. Dazzlin' with the Footwork by Martin and Finley. I got this because it has Carl Wilson and Bruce Johnston and the rest of the Beach Boys doing backing vocals, I believe. Red, White, and Bluegrass. Got it because it's a shaped cover, and you know it's bluegrass, so it's actually not bad bluegrass either, because for me bluegrass is either really good or unbearable. This is along the good side of bluegrass. Rambo, Straight Between the Eyes. Or maybe Straight Between the Eyes by Rambo. Here's a really nice copy of Golden Hits of the Four Seasons. I never find this one in good condition. This one's really nice. Boston's first album. This is the first copy that I grabbed. This is, you know, the VG Plus copy. I have a copy in here that's actually unplayed condition that I'm going to show in a bit. REO Speedwagon's second album. This is on the Blue Epic label, so it's a reissue. Renaissance, Turn of the Cards. This has Mother Russia on it. Renaissance was formed by Keith Ralph and I forgot the other guy's name with the Yardbirds. Moody Blues, you know, psychedelic cover. I forgot what it's called, In Search of the Lost Chord. Burning Love, Elvis Presley. Selection from his movies. Bobby Darin, That's All. Nice and glossy. It's on this really interesting early Atco label. Plays pretty well, actually. I got this mainly because Mac the Knife is on there. Willie Nelson, Stardust. Another one I got because it's just about near mint. Bless Its Pointed Little Head, Jefferson Airplane. It's decent. Has the insert, but like, you know, very crackly. Elvis in Concert, 2-disc set, really nice condition. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy with the lyric insert. New Odyssey, this is a private press, and I got this one just for the cover. I mean, just take a second to embrace this cover. It's New Odyssey. It's kind of like weird jazz, bluegrass kind of stuff. Live Cream, I've never seen this one in this good a condition. It's really nice. Johnny Cash, Songs of Our Soul, early Johnny Cash on the 6i Columbia. Lou Rawls, Black and Blue. Lou Rawls, you know, really, really good stuff. Simon and Garfunkel, Sounds of Silence. I have another copy that's in the shrink besides this one. This is a mono copy in a stereo jacket. This is the other copy. I've had this, but it promotes that it's in the Graduate on it. Ballads of the Green Berets by Sergeant Barry Sadler. It's just mint, so that's why I grabbed it. How did I forget what this was called? Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells in the Shrink. This is probably my second copy of this now. Really good album, too. Jefferson Airplane, Long John Silver. Doesn't have the cigar box, unfortunately. East West, that's also unplayed, the Jefferson Airplane. East West by Battlefield Blues Band on Elektra. Heavy Sounds. Mamas and the Papas. Really nice condition on that. Robin Charr, Bridge of Sighs, also in nice condition. History, America's Greatest Hits in the shrink wrap. Really nice condition. It's a record club pressing. And here's that unplayed copy of Boston's first album I was telling you guys about. It's pretty much a mint copy. It's absolutely beautiful condition. Flawless playback. You never see this album in good condition either, because people always just, play the hell out of it, because, it's Boston. As a wise man once said, Boston was the only band in history to put out their greatest hits album as their first album. So now I'm going to go through singles, cassettes, CDs, 8-tracks, stuff like that. So now I'd like to show singles and CDs. With a lot of these singles, they're actually new old stock. A lot of them haven't been played, and I'll tell you which ones, but first of all, I'm just going to show some. Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones with the picture sleeve. That's obviously been played. This is one of the unplayed ones. Grateful Dead, Truckin', backed with Ripple, white label promo. Beautiful condition. Another unplayed, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother promo by the Hollies. This one has been played. Open Up Your Door by Richard and the Young Lions. This is a hard single to find too. This was a regional hit back in '66. Time Is on My Side by the Rolling Stones. And now the rest of these, unless I say so, are all new old stock, okay? Wipeout by the Surfaris. Ooh. Bend Me, Shape Me by the American Breed. Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty. Eddie Cochran, Summertime Blues. White Wedding by Billy Idol. Young Blood by the Coasters. I Got a Line on You by Spirit. By the way, all these are like late 70s or early 80s reissues. I wonder what she's doing tonight. Poison Heart. Stand By Me, Benny King. Black is Black, Los Bravos. Bus Stop, The Hollies. Sitting on the Balcony, Eddie Cochran. ZZ Top, Cheap Sunglasses, back with Tube Snake Boogie. Lola by the Kinks. Lazy Days, Spanky and Our Gang. Out of Touch, Hall & Oates. What I Like About You, The Romantics. Pipeline by the Shantays. Dancing Queen by ABBA. This one's not new old stock. Mac the Knife, Bobby Darin. Another one these last ones are not new old stock. A Little Bit of Soul by the Music Explosion. And Tumbling Dice by the Rolling Stones. This is a promo also. So let me just sort out these singles, because I just kind of put them over here. Oh, that's good enough. I'll sort them later. So I'm going to show CDs now. I'm not going to go into too much depth about it. Beatles White Album, 2009 remaster. I'm just going to put them over here. Beatles Love. Flaming Pie, Paul McCartney. Really good CD too, just missing the front cover. Hope of Deliverance, single by Paul McCartney. Pink Floyd, The Division Bell. This one I was really glad to find. SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. Synchronicity by the Police. The Essential, Bob Dylan. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1. Oh, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 2. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Greatest Hits. Lynyrd Skynyrd, One More from the Road. Eagles, Hell Freezes Over. The Doors, Morrison Hotel. Donovan Troubadour, CD1, which is a Greatest Hits. CD2, like I said, it's a Greatest Hits. Donovan Hurdy Gurdy Man. And Deep Purple in Rock. So now I'm going to show cassettes and 8 tracks. So, Jimi Hendrix Experience, Electric Ladyland. Janis Joplin, live, in concert. Different in Tilbrook, I think self-titled. That wouldn't have been good. I caught it though. And Motley Crue, Wild Side. So now I have a bunch of 8 tracks to show. Excuse me. So here's the first 4. These, I just dropped one of the 8 tracks. Ooh. But, here's the first 2. These are 2 Motown 8 tracks of like greatest hits and stuff. They're decent. Aretha Franklin, Volume 2. This is a sealed one. Probably not going to open it. But now here's some of the good 8 tracks. They come in this very nice carrying case. When I say these are good, these are a lot of classic rock ones. I think you guys will dig them. Styx, Pieces of 8. Journey, Escape. It's missing most of the cover, unfortunately. I replaced all the pads and splices in these, by the way. Journey, Captured. Here's a homemade one of Rush, 2112. Minus Plus by Smith, really good one. 2 Elvis ones that are essentially just 2 Greatest Hits by Elvis. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, bootleg one. It's just of their first album. Songs for Beginners by Graham Nash. And the final 8-track is Steppenwolf Live. Thank you guys a bunch for watching. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been really busy, and I actually got an injury on my finger to where I had to get stitches, and it's healing right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'd like to address in this that while I stopped making videos for a few months, I gained over 100 subscribers. So if you guys are still watching this, thank you so much for over 100 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. I'm planning on doing a contest. I still have to think about a lot of this stuff, but thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I appreciate it more than you guys will ever know, and I appreciate the guys who like and comment this video, so thank you so much. And if you haven't already, I would love if you liked, comment, subscribed, because I'm going to start putting out more and more videos, so thank you guys so much. Peace and love. I hope all you guys do well.